Hi, ready for yoga? Find comfortable seats. Sit up tall, rest your shoulders down, hands in your lap, and take some breaths in, breathing in and out through your nose. Gently open your eyes. We're going to do some seated cat-cows. So bring your hands to your knees. With your inhales, lift your heart, look up toward the ceiling. And with your exhales, tuck your chin around your spine. And continue moving with your breath. And on your next exhale, come to seated neutral spine. Place your arms to the sides and lift them up so you have your arms out into a T. We're going to bend side to side. So we're going to inhale to bend to the right, lifting your left arm up overhead, and then exhale back to center and inhale the other side. And then continue back and forth, moving with your breath. Let's do one more on each side. And then we'll meet with arms out to the side in a T. You can keep your arms straight or bend your arms if you don't have as much room. And then we're going to twist side to side with your breath. So this time, twist on your exhale, twisting toward the right, looking towards your right elbow, and then inhale to center, and exhale, twist to the other side. Inhaling to center, and then continuing to twist on your own. Next time we twist toward the right, we'll hold the twist, let your arms rest down, use them to twist a little further. Lift your arms, untwist, keep moving, twisting over to the other side, hands down, use them to twist farther. Untwist. Lift your arms all the way up overhead, look up towards your hands, and then release your hands down, bring them out in front of you, head back to a child's pose. Bringing your hips towards your heels, active child's pose here, reaching your hands forward as much as possible, maybe coming up onto your fingertips, lifting your palms off the floor. Press your palms into the mat, and we'll take a vinyasa to downward dog. Shifting forward to a modified plank. Exhale, lower down to the floor. Inhale, lift up to cobra. Exhale, back down. Push into your hands to lift up. And then up and back. Downward dog. Pedal out to your feet. Pedaling out your heels, bending one knee at a time. Begin to walk your feet toward the front of the mat, finding a forward fold. On your inhale, lift part way, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to stand, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take a couple breaths here because I need to fix my headphones. Make sure your feet are hips distance apart. And on your next inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift part way, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold, step back to a plank. And take a vinyasa to downward dog. Whichever type of vinyasa you'd like to take, depending on how your body's feeling right now. Maybe you still need to warm up. Maybe you're ready to go, take chaturanga and upward dog. Whatever you choose, eventually making your way to downward dog. Then walk your feet towards your hands, forward fold. On your inhale, lift part way, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to stand, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. On your inhale, lift part way, lengthen your spine. Exhale down, stepping back to a plank, vinyasa, downward dog. From downward dog, on your next inhale, lift your left leg up behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your foot forward in between your hands, and inhale, lift up to crescent pose. We'll hold here, lifting your arms up, maybe lifting your gaze up. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, hands down. Step your foot back. Vinyasa to downward dog. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale it forward in between your hands. Inhale to lift up to crescent pose. And breathe here. One last inhale here. Exhale, hands down. Inhale to step back to a plank. And exhale toward the floor, making your way through a vinyasa to downward dog. Step or hop your feet to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift part way, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to stand, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift part way, lengthen your spine. Exhale down, step or hop back, plank, vinyasa to downward dog. All right, we're going to keep adding to the standing poses. Well, right now we really only have one crescent, but we'll add on from there. So from your down dog, next inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. Exhale to bring it forward in between your hands. Inhale, lift up to crescent, and then exhale, warrior two, and then we'll hold here. One more inhale here. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, step back. And exhale through a vinyasa. Meeting up in downward dog. Taking a few breaths here. Next inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale to lift up to crescent pose. And exhale, warrior two. One more inhale here. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, step back. Exhale to start your vinyasa. Meeting up in downward dog. Then step or hop to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, lift part way. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to stand, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift part way. Exhale down to a plank and make your way through vinyasa to downward dog. From downward dog. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, lift up to crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. One more inhale here. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, step back. Exhale to start your vinyasa. Meeting in downward dog. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale it forward. Inhale up to crescent. And exhale to warrior two. Lastly, inhale, reverse. One more inhale here. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, step back. Exhale, vinyasa to down dog. Step or hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale to lift part way. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to stand, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift part way. Exhale down, stepping back. Vinyasa to downward dog. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. Exhale it forward. Inhale to crescent. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale to reverse warrior. And exhale to side angle. Maybe bringing your elbow to your knee or your hand to the floor. Top arm might lift straight up or reach toward the front of your mat. On your next inhale, lift up to warrior two. Then exhale your hands to the floor. Inhale, step back, and vinyasa to down dog. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale it forward in between your hands. Inhale, up to crescent. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle. Next inhale, lift up to warrior two. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, step back. Exhale, vinyasa to downward dog. Step or hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift part way. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to stand, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift part way, lengthen your spine. Exhale down, hopping back to a plank. Vinyasa to downward dog. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. Exhale it forward. Inhale up to crescent. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale to side angle. And then we're going to head to a half moon. Scooting your back foot in, walking your front hand forward, and then lifting your back leg. Slowly land in a warrior two. Take an inhale here. And then exhale your hands to the floor. Inhale, step back. Vinyasa, down dog. Next inhale, lift your right foot. Exhale to bring it forward. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. And then find your way to half moon. carefully land in warrior two. Take an inhale here. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, step back. Exhale through a vinyasa to downward dog. Step or hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift part way. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale up to stand, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift part way. Exhale, down, stepping back to a plank. Vinyasa to down dog. So we'll go through all those poses one more time on each side. Basically all one breath per movement, except we will take one full breath in half moon to make sure we have time to get there and balance a little bit before coming out. So on your next inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. Exhale it forward in between your hands. Inhale up to crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. And begin to make your way to half moon. Find your half moon. Take a full breath in and out here. Then carefully drop back to warrior two. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands down. Step back. Vinyasa, downward dog. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale it forward. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. And then half moon. Slowly drop back to warrior two. Take a breath in here. Exhale, hands down. Step your front foot back. Vinyasa to downward dog. Then let's go ahead and take a child's pose. Bring your knees down, hips back. Option to bring your palms together and then bend your elbows so your hands come toward the back of your head. Extend your arms back out and find downward dog. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, lift up to crescent. Now we're not opening up to warrior two this time. Instead we're going to go to warrior three. So first, lean forward, keep your back foot down. Imagine you could find a straight line from your hands down to your back foot. And then slowly begin to shift your weight even more forward, coming up onto the tippy toes of your back foot, eventually lifting that back foot up off the ground, and then bringing that straight line from your hands to your foot parallel to the ground. carefully drop back down, moving slowly with control, finding that angle first. Let's actually stay here in this angle. Bring your hands together at your heart and then turn toward the left, twisting. You can hook your elbow over your knee and then maybe open your arms out to the sides, flying your arms. Bring your hands back together, untwist and lift up, arms overhead, full crescent. Take an inhale here, exhale, hands down, step your front foot back, take a vinyasa to downward dog. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale to crescent, lifting your arms. And then we'll find that diagonal again, leaning forward, straight spine, straight line hands to your foot. Try to keep that straight line as we come toward warrior three. Carefully shifting your weight forward, coming up on the toes of your back foot, eventually lifting it up, parallel to the ground. Slowly begin to drop back down. And find that angle. Keep that angle, hands to your heart, and twist off to the right, elbow on your knee, and an option to fly your arms. Bring your hands back together, untwist, lift up, arms overhead, take an inhale here, exhale, hands forward, step your front foot back, and last vinyasa, meeting in downward dog. From down dog, begin to walk your hands toward the front of the mat, but walk them out toward the edges. We're going to come down to vinyasa. So bending your knees, bringing your hips down to the floor, maybe hands together, gently pushing your knees away from each other. Trying to keep a straight spine here, lifted heart. And reach your arms forward as delicately as you can. Come to a seat, bringing your feet out in front of you. You're going to lower onto our back, so make sure you have plenty of room. Rounding your spine, slowly lowering down. One vertebrae at a time, slowly and smoothly. Eventually letting your head and shoulders rest down, bring your knees in towards your chest, gently rock side to side. And then release your feet down to the ground. Arms alongside you. We'll do a couple short bridges here. 2 with the breath, the third hold. On your next inhale, lifting your hips up into a bridge, peeling your spine off the floor, and then exhaling, slowly lowering all the way down. One more just like that, inhaling up, exhaling down. And then one more bridge, inhaling to lift up, and then holding lifted, walking your shoulders under and clasping your hands under behind you. Feeling your feet grounding into the floor, heart open toward the ceiling. then carefully begin to release. Releasing your shoulders first, then letting your spine round down, and taking a couple windshield wipers to loosen out your lower back. And then pause, feet flat on the floor, knees up toward the ceiling. Bring your left knee in towards your chest, hug it in tight, and extend your right leg out long. Extend your left leg up toward the ceiling, flexing your foot, trying to keep your leg as straight as possible, and then gently pulling it in, maybe feeling your left hamstring here. Then bring your right hand to your right hip. Use it to remind your right hip to stay down as you open your left leg out to the left. You can keep your left leg straight or you can bend it. That makes it feel slightly nicer here. If you have a block, you can also try resting your left leg on your block. And slowly lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Pass it over to your right hand. Open your left hand out to the left as you bring your left leg to the right. Coming into a twist. Maybe bending your knee if you run to something like I'm doing. Trying to keep your left shoulder on the floor. Maybe looking towards your left hand. Untwist. Left foot to the floor and bring your right foot to the floor. Lift and set your hips. Straighten out. Feel the difference between the left side and the right side. And then bring your right knee in towards your chest. Hug it in. Extend your left leg long. And then straighten your right leg up toward the ceiling, flexing your foot. Gently pulling your leg in towards you. Then bring your left hand to your left hip. Open your right leg out to the right. Leg can be bent or straight. Lift your right leg back up. Pass it to your left hand, opening out into a twist. Right leg toward the left, right hand toward the right. Gaze toward the right. Gently untwist. Right foot flat on the ground, left foot flat on the ground. Lift and set your hips, feel how you feel. Lift and set your shoulders. Gently shift side to side on your mat. And then extend both legs long. We'll set up for Shavasana, getting any props you might need, making any last little movements your body likes. Maybe setting a timer for yourself. Stopping the video because I'm going to stop recording.